I'm going to put it to you like this. The Bible is the most pro-black document in the entire ancient world. Let me say that one more time. The Bible is the most pro-black document in the entire ancient world. What do I mean by that? I don't mean to say that, God loves black people. I'm not trying to be like some of these Hebrew Israelites or Comedics or other people that want to say black people or any people are better than other people. I'm not saying that. God loves everybody equally. But here's something interesting. Y'all ever tripped off the fact that black people, like black skin and the black race, is the only racial group mentioned in the Bible? You don't hear any mentions of white people, red, yellow, brown. You hear mentions of black people multiple times. In fact, in Acts chapter 8, remember when it says Philip was going along the road to Gaza and he saw a what eunuch? An Ethiopian eunuch. But remember, Ethiopian was just another way of saying black. So honestly, our translation should not really say Ethiopian because that could be confusing because then we start thinking that he was from Ethiopia, right? The country Ethiopia. But we got to remember that Ethiopia, what we know today is Ethiopia, did not call itself Ethiopia in the ancient world in the first century. They called themselves Axum or they called themselves Agazi. Ethiopia is actually a Greek word. It's not an African word. It's a Greek word. And again, it means black. And actually we know that eunuch wasn't from Ethiopia or Axum because he was from Cush, because it says he was a eunuch of Candace. What's Candace? Candace is the name of the Cushite queens. That was the title of the Cushite queens, like Amani Sheketso, who was a Candace in the first century. So he was Cushite. So what was Luke saying when he said he was Ethiopios? He was saying he was black. That's what Luke was really trying to say. Nubians, Ethiopia, they're all black. And in a Greek mindset, like Luke's mind, it's kind of like how sometimes we would just say, somebody south of the border is Hispanic, and sometimes we even say everybody Mexican. My wife, they get on her nerves because she's Puerto Rican, and people around here from where I'm from, they be like, oh, I love your wife's Mexican food. And my wife be like, I'm not Mexican. But sometimes we do that. And so, but again, the way Luke and the way the early world used that word was it just meant black. Sometimes somebody be from India or from Southern Arabia, be real dark skinned, or be from actual Ethiopia or Kush. They were all considered black. So the Bible acknowledges racial categories. It calls someone black. And black people are the only people mentioned in the Bible. And it is consistently positive. Consistently positive. And it even goes so far as to say that black is beautiful. You will not find any other ancient text saying black is beautiful. In fact, if anything, you'll find a whole bunch of texts like what I showed you earlier. You'll find Aristotle and Plato and Socrates and all these other classical authors saying black isn't beautiful.